Adventures. Sorry about the delay. The delay. But rest assured, I'm on my way. Woo! Yes. Oh yes. Hello and good morning and welcome to your Nerdvengers stream, to the first stream of the week, Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend, but I missed a lot of fun, nerdy info. So that's what we're going to get into today. Morbius trailer. Brand new trailer for Morbius. We'll talk about whether or not there's anything new in the new trailer. The difficulty of doing a third trailer 2 years in to your marketing campaign. And also, what's up with the Spider-Mans? Is there Spider-Mans? That's a lot of Michael Keaton. That's a lot of Michael Keaton. We're going to get into that. And there's a ton of other stuff going on, too. Weird. More Lego leaks for Thor. Comments from Andrew Garfield. Possibility of Obi-Wan trailer coming soon. Goodness gracious. It's going to be a nerdy week. Let's get into it. I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you soon. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Monday stream. I think it's going to be a dope week, as I said. I'll tell you this, too. I had a pretty good weekend, but Friday, we were talking about Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring was all the rage. Everybody was talking about it. And I said to you guys, I think I said in the stream on Friday, and then I remember definitely saying this for the business tier stream on Friday afternoon. I said, I would love to play Elden Ring, but I have a lot of stuff to do. I have a lot going on, so I couldn't possibly just play Elden Ring all weekend and not do any of the shit I was supposed to do. And guess what? Yeah, we screwed it up. Look, I think that I'm gonna go ahead and blame this on Doc. It's Doc's fault. He had a lot of fun and rage with the game on Friday, and I was sort of watching his stream on and off as I was getting some work done. And I figured, I'll give it a little shot. And I went in hard. I played a shit ton of this game, and let me just say, I have never loved and also hated a video game as much as I do Elden Ring. It is ridiculous. It is an absolutely ridiculous experience. Having a lot of fun with it, but also quite upset. It is a rage-inducing game, unlike many of the other video games that are out there. And you might say, oh, it's a Dark Souls game, like everybody should be used to that. I think this game has some particularly frustrating things going on with it. So I had a good weekend, but I raged out about Elden Ring quite a bit. I wonder if you guys did as well. Let me know. I will also say that today we're gonna do a Nerdventure stream at 1 p.m. and I'm quite excited. I'm excited to hang out with you guys. But one of the things I want to tell you, just a little bit behind the scenes about my new haircut. This was a really fancy, incredibly expensive haircut, and I want to tell the story of this haircut, and we'll go over it in fine detail today on the Nerdventure stream and decide whether or not it was worth it or not. So I usually put that on my third channel, which is my beauty and makeup channel, but today we're going to talk about it on the Nerdventure stream. So look out for that incredible content at 1 p.m. if you are a Nerdventure member. Also, before we get into all the crazy Morbius stuff, this is, of course, also the week of The Batman. Okay? And let me try something here real quick, actually. I want to try something here. Can I do it here? Create. Yeah. Text channel. Okay. The Batman. Okay. I just created a channel on our Discord, and it's called Josh Reads Lies. Okay? And I wanted to do this, and I want to just kind of direct you guys over there for this. I've been sort of clowning on Matt Reeves' The Batman film for 2 years plus at this point. And even though I'm going to see it, and even though it kind of looks good, don't tell anybody, it kind of looks good, I have memed myself into a corner where now I have to hold fast. I have to hold the line, as it were. I have to plant my flag in the ground, and I have to say, no, the Batman is likely to be a snooze fest for 3 hours watching a hockey pad wearing Batman that doesn't do anything, okay? And I made you guys a deal. Wait, what the fuck is this rolling? Gambling? Gambling on a Monday? What? Oh, shit. Okay, let's take care of that real quick. Let's take care of this. All right, there's already people posting in the Discord. Okay, look. As I shut down everybody's gambling dreams here real quick, let me explain what's going on. So Friday's stream is going to be a stream where we talk about the Batman. I don't even have tickets. I better make sure I can actually see this thing. I assumed it's actually not going to be that popular, so I'll be able to get tickets, right? I better check. I'll figure it out, okay? So Thursday night, I'm going to go see the Batman. Friday morning stream is going to be all about the Batman, and if I liked it or not, how do I feel about it, right? And I told you guys, if I liked the film, if I actually liked the movie, and I'll be honest with it, you guys, about it, I'm pretty honest. I cannot tell a lie, you know? I actually just can't hide my feelings about movies and stuff. Like, when I start talking about it and shit, I can't, like, make that shit up. Sometimes I wish I could. If I like the film, if it ends up blowing me away, I will do a segment on Friday where I will read things that I would not normally ever say. And the idea is that, could I be wrong about other things? If I was wrong about the Batman, could I be wrong about other things in the world? If the Batman's actually good, what other things could be possible in the world? And so you guys have, for the rest of the week, submit some things on this place in the Discord that I would never say. And I will read. We'll go through it together. I'll have either the mods or Elisa go through there and pick a bunch of funny ones. And then Friday morning, I'll do a segment where I read a bunch of shit I would never normally say. But only if the movie's really good. So you might waste your time over there. I can't promise you, but you might waste your time over there. Yeah. Look, we'll see. And on that note, too, I know that the review embargo lifts at noon. I don't think we'll be streaming for that entire time. I'm just going to be honest. We got a lot to do, and we've got the thing going on at... Man, maybe we will still be streaming. I don't know. That's kind of... We'll see. We'll see where we're at. If we're pretty close to it, maybe we'll wait, and we'll just watch some of the reviews pile in, as it were, because at that time will be when the review embargo lifts up and people will be talking about it. So we'll read some of the reviews. I will say some of the things that just kind of right out the bat that I've seen, it sounds kind of awesome. Like, there's a couple of movies it's being compared to, and whenever I hear that kind of stuff, like, it usually hypes me up. Did we save it? Did we save the stream? That's what I need to know. Did we save it? I think we saved it. Are we still live? Are we still live? I think we saved the stream. I have to wait. I have to wait because I think this stream will catch up, and I think you guys will see. Are we still here? I think we're still here. Okay, so this was crazy. So I know we've been having a little bit of difficulty on streams and stuff like that, okay? And this time when it froze, I just I killed the stream. All right, I killed the stream, and then I restarted with a setting that I think was keeping it going. So I was able to restart the stream before it lost all the data or whatever. So that's at least good. That's a nice thing. That's nice. Now let's try this thing I was trying to do again and see if it's all gonna blow up in my face here. All I was doing was trying to do this. Okay. I think we're still live. I think we're still good here. All right, let me turn that down. All right, let's get into this Morbius trailer. So here's the deal with the Morbius trailer, okay? Kind of interesting because, again, this is like the third final trailer for Morbius. I mean, this movie has been delayed quite a bit, and I remember this first trailer, and put a 1 in the chat if you were here when we were watching the first Morbius trailer. There's a this was literally pre-Pandy. This was right before the Pandy started, where the first trailer came out, and then there were, I think, 2 other final trailers or something like that, because it's been moved a lot, man. It's been moved a lot. It was originally, or not even originally, but the last time before it got delayed to April, it was going to be in January, and I was pretty excited for it. The thing about Morbius to me is that I've always been excited for the movie since the very first trailer. I mean, I'm very partial to those old 90s Spider-Man cartoon characters, right? Like, I love those characters. Morbius has a lot of screen time in that series, and so I think that in some ways he's a beloved character for a lot of like sweaties that grew up with that show, right? So always thought it looked good. I thought the visual effects looked really, really good, and so I was kind of surprised as to, well, what are they even going to do for this trailer? Because it feels like they've kind of got to get us ramped up again after doing what I thought was pretty good marketing over the course of like a year and a half for the film's eventual release. So we'll watch this. I actually just kind of want to go through parts of the trailer, so I'll probably pause it. Hopefully you've seen it already. I'm not really reacting to it.
Discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
So, okay, first of all, we got this trailer before the trailer thing, right? The 5-second thing, the like hook or whatever, right? The YouTube-inspired hook for the trailer. And right within that, we're getting lines, and we're getting more Michael Keaton, okay? And we're going to talk a lot about Michael Keaton as we go through this trailer, because he's one of the things that they've added apparently quite a bit of to the movie, and I'm not sure exactly what it means, but we'll speculate as we move forward here.
Discover who you're meant to be. The bad guy.
So, what they choose to do with this trailer, and hey, you know what I mean? Like, again, it's kind of a difficult task as to what should you even do with your third final trailer. They do this horror scene here where it's like on the ship, right? And he's going crazy. I think it's super fun, and I think it looks great. And the visual effects, dude, I've always thought the visual effects look great, but this movie has no right to look as good as it does. I think it looks incredible, and maybe it's just that time that they've spent. Like, they've had a lot of time to work on this movie. You know what I mean? And so I think it looks fantastic, man. The transitions, his like Morbius look, etc., etc. A really condensed version of a lot of the other footage that we've seen, right? He's trying to cure himself. And he's got a curse. They're putting Venom in No Way Home up there. Okay, real question for the chat. Somebody was pointing this out. What is this building? I think this building is significant. I can't make out what it says. Somebody in chat help me out. What is this building here? Somebody explain it to me.
I have powers that can only be described as superhuman.
And the thing that's kind of cool is that little technique, right, of him recording his own experiences, the very doctor-like, evidence of a case, if you will, right? Horizon. It's an Outback Steakhouse. That's what I thought, actually. I wonder if he'll have a bloomin' onion. Might have a little bit too much garlic in it post vampirism. It says the Batman movie is lit. Damn. Horizon Labs. Peter works there, I think. Let's take a little Horizon Labs Marvel Comics. Let's check it out. Horizon Labs. Horizon Labs is a leading company creating the most advanced technology in the Marvel Universe, headed by Max Modell, who has been characterized, blah, 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 on multiple occasions as one of Peter Parker's scientific heroes. There were 7 lead scientists that work at Horizon, each of them at their individual labs. The labs were equipped with the best, most advanced scientific equipment, and each of the 7 are allowed to create whatever they think will help the company. Peter Parker has recently been using his resources at Horizon to create new special costumes, including the stealth costume and the new spider armor. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We'll talk more about that in a second, but hey, who knows, man? Maybe Andrew Garfield getting some cool suits. You know, Tom's got a bunch of cool suits, you know? Andrew should get some cool suits.
But there's a cost. Now, I face a choice. To hunt and consume blood. Or die.
We all have monsters within us. It's up to us to control it.
We all have monsters within us. A very Jungian idea there. That's kind of cool. Kind of dig it. I'm just making sure I'm not getting crushed on the copyright thing here real quick. Okay.
What if I can't?
Michael Morbius.
There he is.
You've been given a gift.
Not exactly.
Time to let go of what you used to be. Discover who you're meant to be.
All our lives we've lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? Just accept who you are.
The bad guy.
He's trying to make him out to be the bad guy.
Morbius.
Holy water?
Holy.
Really?
Yeah. You ever see Lost Boys?
Story of my life.
So I think pretty good as a final trailer. The one thing that I guess stuck out to me that I don't know if you view it necessarily as a missed opportunity or just something that maybe I was expecting that didn't come to pass was a little bit of a Spider-Man tease there. Like, you know, I guess here's the deal, man. Maybe we got a little bit too sort of hyped up on this possibility, but when Spider-Man No Way Home was coming out, especially like really following its immediate release, there was just so much hype and so many stories about more Andrew Garfield, more Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland's future. Is he going to sign this big contract, et cetera, et cetera? And so when this movie was delayed, many people thought, oh, man, what if they get Andrew Garfield for this thing? You know, what if they do something like that? Didn't end up being the case. Don't worry. We will get into some of the new reports about Andrew talking about his future as Spider-Man. But the thing that you do get in the trailer is a lot more Michael Keaton. And from the dialogue that's said here, it kind of appears that, you know, he's saying like it's time to let go. And is this him like actually escaping from the prison? Like that's wild. Trying to like go of who you were and become who you are now meant to be or something of that nature. So I think he's talking maybe about the Sinister Six. And it's kind of interesting because Keaton is also now back as Batman, right? So he's playing a big part over there with DC doing Batman stuff, helping out Batgirl, you know, for all intents and purposes, replacing Batfleck, right? Is he also now going to put together the Sinister Six? Like, is he the character to do that, right? That would be kind of wild. It's also a bit confusing as to where does this Morbius movie take place, right? Because Michael Keaton's Vulture, at least as far as we understand it, that's an MCU villain. Tomes is an MCU character. He exists in the world where Tony Stark existed, where, Damage Control exists, on down the line. where Tom Holland is. And we've never had it more spelled out than before. That now, yes, these are separate universes completely and totally. You know? Like, so in a post Spider-Man No Way Home, here's what I don't understand. In a post Spider-Man No Way Home world, they get Michael Keaton to do a bunch of new photography and utilize him in an interesting capacity here for this movie. So is this a Michael Keaton Toomes variant? Or is Morbius in the MCU? It gets confusing, right? Because it was also said, you know, that this dude movies were all going to be taking place in the MCU according to Tyrese, right? But they reference Venom. I mean, he literally says in the last trailer, I'm Venom. Just kidding. Michael Morbius, right? So, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. I like this trailer a lot. The use of a bunch more Michael Keaton, like just at face value, like I'm down, dude. Like more Keaton, I'm usually in. You'll rarely find me say like, you know, more Keaton, bad idea. No, I like the dude. I like the dude a lot. You know. I guess what I'm confused about is where does this take place, man? You know, there's also some footage, or rather, I think it's some photographs that were taken on the set that kind of say like, where is Spider-Man? You know what I mean? Like, where's Spider-Man? And then there's that one thing that says murderer, right? Written on there of Spider-Man. We originally thought maybe that tied into Tom Holland. Is it Andrew? I don't know, man. But I think just at face value for the trailer itself, good trailer, successful trailer. You know, they choose to have the sort of action sequence, the nightmare, you know, oh no, like, where's he at? Like, coming out of the shadows. It looks great. And so I'm hyped up for it. I'm confused about the continuity. I'm confused about the relationship with Sony and Marvel. Now, it's possible that they are going to be explaining this and perhaps teasing it out more as we get a little bit closer to the movie. Like, it's possible that there will be some Spider-Man teases, or that you'll start to hear some things or see some things in interviews where they start to begin to talk about, oh, well, you'll just have to see the movie, or like a post-credit scene thing, like, right? Like what they did with Venom 2. So it's possible. This is not actually the post itself because you can't put Instagram links apparently on Reddit, but Keaton, oh, wait, here we go. I think Keaton said doing more work. Yeah, a little Toomes work today. This was a day ago, bro. Maybe it was a day ago. A day ago? I don't know. But, like, look at this shit. I'm Batman, and then also doing a little Toomes work today. Like, what? How, like, what is going on here? Like, how is he doing more work now? I heard the movie was picture locked, too. So what's the deal with that? Either way, man, Michael Keaton getting that work for sure. Okay. Let's listen to this. Here we go.
No plans. That's the truth. I mean, everyone's gonna call me out.
Okay, so here we go.
Spider-Man again.
No plans. That's the truth. I mean, everyone's gonna call me a liar for the rest of my life. I am the boy who cried wolf now. That's
You're the boy who cried spider.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yo, this dude's been killing it too. He got the hilariously awkward interview from Ryan Reynolds recently too. And what a smart looking jacket. Hey, nice jacket, my guy. Damn, with the bow tie too, killing the game.
Spider-Man again.
Just that smile. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go viral, bitch.
I mean, everyone's gonna call me a liar for the rest of
That's
my life.
the truth.
I am the boy who cried wolf.
No
That's
plans.
The boy who cried spider.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Doing Spider.
No plans. Okay, so let's check this article out. This is over at Murphy's Multiverse.com. We'll look at a couple of their articles today as well, by the way. I can read words. The road to Andrew Garfield's return to Spider-Man No Way Home was filled with denials and disassembling as the actor tried to keep a lid on things, even as more and more evidence emerged that he would suit up again. While all is certainly forgiven by fans following the film, for sure, Garfield's performance has led to a non-insignificant push on social media to make a more extended return to the character. Garfield has recently made it clear that he's open to returning as the older, angrier Spider-Man down the road, and his performance in No Way Home was powerful enough to leave fans asking a lot of questions that could be explored under the right circumstances, as he's explained previously. I mean, yes, definitely open to something if it felt right. Peter and Spider-Man, those characters are all about service to the greater good and the many. He's a working class boy from Queens that knows struggle and loss and is deeply empathetic. I would try to borrow Peter Parker's ethical framework in that if there was an opportunity to step back in and tell more of that story, I would have to feel very sure and certain in myself. So being open to returning is being open to and actually returning are, of course, very different things and not entirely dependent on Garfield's wishes. And to that end, fans have been a bit bummed to find out that at the moment, it doesn't seem like another appearance by Garfield as Spidey is imminent, at least at last night's SAG Awards. And then, he's talking about this moment right here. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, is he changing his tune here? Are we reading too far into this? Is this another denial thing, And he's saying, like, everybody thinks I'm lying, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I can tell you that it seems like it seems like Toby and Andrew are not only definitely coming back, but will be back very, very soon, right? And I'm going to work on a video today about Multiverse of Madness because there's a ton of very wild and interesting things being said about Multiverse of Madness, almost on the daily, but like to the point where it's like weird, right? Like we talked about it, I want to say we talked about it last week or maybe the week before. The guy from the Illuminati who said Wolverine's in the movie, but it's not going to be Hugh Jackman. That same guy recently came out and said in the most recent cut of the film, Deadpool and Wolverine are not in it. Tom Cruise Iron Man is not in it. But it's such a weird way that he said that because it's almost like he's implying as he says it that there's a cut out there that it's not they're not in it. And also, like, why would you say that he's in it then the week prior, right? And again, we'll get into all of that in that video because it's a really, really interesting sort of quagmire and confusing thing that's going on. The main point to sort of take a step back is that they're really trying to address spoilers and leaks. And it seems like there's a lot of things going on to try to prevent this from happening. And so a lot of this is going to now come to speculation, But according to My Time to Shine, Andrew has a ton of opportunities in front of him. If he wants it, it's there. And it seems like he wants it, man. Like, I don't know what the holdup would be. Like, I could see maybe Sony saying, hey, we want to drop you into Morbius and we're doing all these reshoots. It'd be great if you came over. And maybe he's like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like right. Doesn't seem like it's of service. It seems too gimmicky. But also, if they're trying to set something up in the macro, perhaps it's a post-credit scene, a little bit of a tease like that, I think that would be freaking awesome. And I really get the feeling, and I'm not trying to like boner myself or boner you at home. Pause. I'm not trying to boner anybody, but I do feel like he will be back. I think it was the Diz Insider, Skylar Schuler's podcast recently came out and said, it's debatable on what he meant, but kind of said Toby in Multiverse of Madness, very, very strong likelihood, and also Andrew's probably in it as well. So look, take that for what it is. I don't know, bro. This literally could just be him being the werewolf again, which would be interesting nonetheless. In fact, I want to take a second here and do something I rarely do. I want to look at chat. What do you guys think, man? You let me know. In a world, do you think that he will be back? I'm not trying to boner anybody. Josh 2022. Yeah, that's my move. You think he's gonna be back? Did you see Lizzie contract extension? I did. I'm gonna put that into the big video I'm doing today. All right, let me end this poll. Let me just end the poll. Let's do 2 questions, actually. Let's do 2 questions. Do you think Andrew will be teased? You know what? Teased or make a cameo in Morbius? That's the best way to say it. Let's see what you guys think about that. Let's ask that first. And also, by the way, if somebody out there can make sense of the tomes thing and what is the deal with this movie and Keaton being in it, that would be incredible as well. Somebody please help me make sense of that. And after we give you guys a little bit of time to talk about that one, we'll then say, like, is Andrew just back as Spider-Man in general, which would probably be a lot more likely, right? Like, again, like, I think he could literally pop up in Multiverse of Madness, you know? Vulture variant. So, if I go on that for a second, right? It's possible, like, it's actually possible that a lot of the reshooting is to change the, like, what was in the movie with him originally. Like, it's possible that Keaton was going to be the same Vulture character originally. This was before they worked out the deal. And then they shot, because they shot some stuff like, remember late last year, before Spider-Man No Way Home, there was reshoots for Morbius going on. Michael Keaton said on Jimmy Fallon, I'm recording some Vulture stuff tomorrow. We talked about it here on the show, and we said, I wonder if he's going to be in No Way Home. It would appear that was probably for Morbius. But I guess, like, did they change it? And then Tombs, not Tomes. Josh doing Josh things. You don't say that, but also you're probably right. Yeah, I'm just confused, man. I'm confused. So it's possible that he was that character and now they're going to make him a variant character or something like that? I don't know. It's also wild because he doesn't know who Spider-Man is anymore, right? Like, I don't know. There's a lot. I'm really hoping that all of this gets sorted out and that we get some good stuff coming from Sony and some good stuff coming from Marvel, because No Way Home was magical. You know what I mean? Okay, so 70% of you say yes, he will make a cameo or be in Morbius. That feels like a little bit of wishful thinking, but also I get what you are saying. I'm kind of there too. It's pronounced Toms. Okay, right on. Will Andrew be back as Spider-Man, just in general? Let's see what you guys have to say about that. I'd like to know what you say about that. He was reshooting Vulture stuff. He can't be in the Tom Holland universe unless there's another Venom. True. They had him on the wall in that trailer. There'd be a bigger boner if he's not in it. Interesting, Trevor. Secret Wars. Yep, 100%. 100%. Whose B-Day is it? Morning first appearance was Amazing Spider-Man 101, so it makes sense that he's in Spider-Verse. Will he be back, or do we want him back? I would say, will he be back? It's definitely not my birthday, but thank you. That's very sweet. That's nice. He will be in Venom 3 instead of Tom? Maybe. All right, let's shift into a little bit of Star Wars stuff. Then we'll shift back into Marvel stuff. And then we'll get into Q&A. It's my birthday on Wednesday? My man. Josh's B-Day is December 5th. Dang, Kalisto, it is. You nailed it. The big 20? Nice. I agree with the Russos in saying that doing multiverse in everything is going to be stale between Marvel, DC, and Sony. Yeah, that's an interesting comment he made on that for sure. Your stomach is destroyed. That feels bad, man. Feels bad. Which Spider-Man will be in Kraven? Will there be a Spider-Man in Kraven? I don't know. All right, let's talk some Star Wars, man. Kenobi! Kenobi right around the corner. Kenobi, crazy leaks and rumors. And yes, I will be doing a video on the other Jedi stuff. I needed a weekend off, okay? I needed to go rage out on Elden Ring. I needed to get so angry at a video game that I say that I love and want to spend time playing that I almost throw my controller, break things. It was so rage-inducing. I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Okay. A new private Obi-Wan Kenobi Twitter account may hint at a potential trailer release. So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I believe the Instagram was made as well. They have officially made social media accounts for Obi-Wan Kenobi on Twitter and on DOS Insta. It does feel like it's probably right about that time when you would expect a trailer for the show. As far as I understand it, they've had a trailer ready to go for Kenobi. They had a trailer that they could have released late last year, and they did not. So if this trailer comes out this week, it will break the internet. It will be all kinds of crazy. And there's actually this trailer and the Thor trailer are both kind of being talked about a lot on social media right now. Like, I think it's just a timing thing. Like, a lot of people believe that either one of those trailers could drop, and it would be huge. Either one of those trailers, I think, will be very, very big. Kenobi, though, probably the biggest Star Wars thing they have. It's a massive boon of hype, anticipations, a little bit of trepidation from some fans, of course. But I wanted to just kind of briefly go over that. If that drops this week, you know, it would be so perfect. Drop it right before Nerd Theory, man. Drop it right before Nerd Theory. I think that would be sick, and then we could spend all Nerd Theory going over it. Okay. Slight spoiler Oilers for Thor Love and Thunder. I don't think this is anything serious. It's nothing too crazy, so calm your buttholes. But let's get into it. Hey there, true believers. I like that. Yesterday, the image of new Lego set dropped for Thor Love and Thunder called Attack on New Asgard. One very curious and notable aspect in the set is that it included a rather strange-looking monster. Here it is. Here it is.